Today on our 2009 Nissan Rogue, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the CURT Class 2 Custom Fit Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number C12122. So here's what our hitch looks like once we have it fully installed. The cross tube is going to be hidden behind the bumper here, and all we're going to see is the receiver tube sticking out. Our hitch is a Class 2 hitch, which means it's going to give us an 1¼ inch by 1¼ inch receiver tube opening. This would be good for some bike racks, smaller cargo carriers, or light duty towing. The way we're going to mount all of our accessories is the hitch pin hole here on the side, and it is going to accept a standard 1/2 inch pin and clip. And these aren't included in the kit, but you can pick them up here at etrailer.com along with some locking devices to make sure your accessories are secure. Our safety chain connection points are going to be a loop style, welded to the bottom of the receiver tube, and you can see we'll have plenty of room to get most size hooks on and off. Now, CURT does recommend using a safety strap when carrying any non-trailer loads, such as a bike rack or a cargo carrier. Our hitch is going to have a tongue weight of 350 pounds, which is the maximum downward force at the receiver tube. It's also going to have a 3,500 pound gross trailer weight rating, which is the amount it can pull, including the trailer and everything we have loaded on it. But keep in mind you should always double check your Rogue's owner's manual and never exceed the manufacturer's recommended weight. I'd like to give you a few measurements, and that's going to help you whenever you're looking at accessories for your new hitch. From the center of the hitch pin hole to the outermost edge of the bumper, it's be right about 3.5 inches. That measurement is going to come in handy when you're looking at folding accessories to make sure you have enough clearance and that it's not going to come in contact with the rear bumper. From the ground to the inside top edge of the receiver tube opening, it's right about 13.5 inches. Now at that height, I would definitely recommend a bike rack or a cargo carrier that has a raised shank. That way we get a little bit more ground clearance. So now that we've seen what our hitch looks like and gone over some of the features, let's show you how to get it installed. To begin our installation, we're going to come underneath the back side of our Rogue, and on the passenger side we're going to have a tow hook. We're going to need to remove it. There's going to be 2 bolts on the inside of the frame, as well as 2 bolts going on the bottom. So we'll grab an 18mm socket and pull those out. On the driver's side, on the bottom of the frame, we're going to have 3 weld nuts. We're going to want to make sure that those are nice and clean. There's no dirt, debris, or rust inside. So I'm going to take a little bit of spray lubricant. I'm going to spray it inside. Then I'm going to take a nylon brush and clean each one of those out. And over on the passenger side, we're only going to be using 2 mounting locations, and those are going to be where those tow hooks are mounted on the bottom. Now, it's not a bad idea to grab one of your M12 bolts and make sure that it threads in easily by hand. That way they don't cross thread when we put our hitch up. And when we do go to put our hitch up, we're going to take our M12 bolt, follow it up with a conical tooth washer. You want those teeth to face up towards the hitch. We'll go through our hitch and into the frame. Now with the next set of hands, we're going to lift our hitch into position. We're going to go around the exhaust on the driver's side. I'm going to lift our hitch up to where the holes line up with the weld nuts in the frame. And you want to make sure that you secure it with at least 1 bolt on each side. That way the hitch will support itself. We won't have to worry about it falling down while we get the rest of our hardware in place. I'll come back with a 19mm socket, and I'm going to snug up all my hardware. Then you want to come back with a torque wrench and torque all your hardware down to the specified amount in the instructions. That'll finish up your look at the CURT Class 2 Custom Fit Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number C12122 on our 2009 Nissan Rogue.